Good day, everyone, gentlemen of the press. It's my pleasure to host you today, and this press briefing is about the ongoing Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, which we are all aware of. We've been in the news for some time now, trying to sensitize Lagosians and Nigerians at large that this project is a mega one, is the end thing now. It's a project that will run across almost 7 states, about 750 kilometers, and it's starting from Lagos. And the first section in Lagos, the first phase, has been awarded. That's from Amadu Bello Way to Eleko Junction, 47.4 kilometers. That has been awarded by the federal government, and the contractor has moved to site, and work is ongoing in earnest. So this press briefing now is just to create awareness for all those that may be involved or that has one or two things to do along that project corridor. We've sent out demolition notice to as many as are within the right of way. And we're using this medium now to say that everyone that has any concern within that and that have been served, the Secretariat is open to them from today, 3 p.m. We're welcoming them from today till tomorrow. Whatever you have to do along that axis, and then we've come to you and we have marked you down for demolition. We're asking that you see us at the Secretariat from today till tomorrow evening. Thereafter, the demolition squad will move to action by Saturday morning for the first 3 kilometers. For the first 3 kilometers, anything within the right of way of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway for the first 3 kilometers will be brought down from Saturday morning. So that's why I want to use this medium to reach out to as many as we cannot put calls across to. That this will go a long way to let them know that their issues will be sorted out between today and tomorrow, especially if you're within 0 and 3 kilometers of the project and you have been marked. You have been identified as standing in the right of way of the project corridor. That's number one. The number two thing we would like to tell Lagosians and Nigerians in general is that this government is an action government. Like we have always said, this government has no time to waste, especially in the area of infrastructure provision. The president has, that's the president and CNC, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has graciously asked us to continue the resurfacing from where we stopped on Third Mainland Bridge. So we're continuing any moment from now. The contractor is mobilizing. We're trying to do the traffic management plan. Let's see how it affects motorists. So any moment from now, you are going to see the contractor back on site, extending beyond Adeniji towards Falomo. So we're going to do the same thing, remilling of all the asphalt overlay and laying a fresh one. We're going to put in the missing guardrails, lane marking, solar lights, just like we did on Third Mainland Bridge. It's an extension. So you notice that, or you must have observed that most of the guardrails are missing, and they're making all our bridges and highways to look like we're in a war zone. So we want to restore not only the integrity of those bridges. This present administration is hell bent on doing that. We want to restore the integrity of the bridges and as well as the aesthetics of the bridges. So we know that motorists are a major stakeholder. So we do not want to do this without getting across to them. And that's why we're doing this press conference, so that it won't come as a surprise or suddenly to us. We are still going to come back and tell you the specific dates, but I've been mandated to tell the contractor to move to site immediately. And the contractor is in the preparation stage now. Minister came to site. He saw that we can't afford to stop where we stopped. And he said, Kesha, look at this, how many few meters away. It's not too good. So extend. So when he came again, he saw that a lot of the missing guardrails, we can't just be painting guardrails. Some identified potholes are already on the road. So if you patch one now, in the next 6 months, another one is going to show face. Like I said, that's what we're used to do because of the meager funds that was available then. So now this government is saying they do not want to do patchworks. So we want to extend the shelf life, the lifespan of those structures. If we do this overall overhauling now, we're going to have the reprieve, you understand, maybe for the next 5 years. You're not going to come there and come and be patching potholes again. So we'll take it one after the other like that. So we're going to give ourselves brand new road all over the world. I'll be all over the country. So then you said 24 hours is too soon. We've notified them long before now. Even before Lagos State government went to serve them in conjunction with us, they've been notified. We've called them to meetings. Before now, we've had stakeholders meetings, stakeholders engagements. They've seen the Honorable Minister, they've been seeing me, they've taken their grievances even to the Honorable Minister. So we've been in talks and they know. So we do not have time on our hand. This administration is not patient in the area of infrastructure delivery. There's so much in a hurry. This administration is in a hurry to deliver on infrastructure. So if we give too much room for deliberation and discussion, we're going to have it. We're going to give back to that project still bad if we're not careful. We've been in talks with most property owners, just like I told you. But in case we're leaving anyone behind, hence the need for this press briefing. Some people are not at home as we speak. Some lawyers are coming up and they are saying that they are speaking for some people. We're saying, who are you speaking on his behalf? Bring those papers. You understand? Let those people too come forth. We don't just want to deal with lawyers without seeing the property owners. So a lot of issues, that's why we need to now get across like this on a broader note. So even if somebody is in the US, somebody is anywhere in the world, they're going to listen to this. And with this, they can call in themselves, they can come by themselves and say, okay, this person going forward is representing me. We're not going to demolish anybody's house, you understand, without adequate compensation or relationship with the person. We're not in a war zone. It's just that we do not have time. Construction takes time. And most of the projects with the ministry, we have a lot of backdoor procedures that kills most of the projects even before they are given birth to. And this administration do not want to go that route. That's why they are more than in a hurry. The president has said that he has the 3 years is sure of now that is remaining. He wants to make the most out of it. You understand? We have identified the property owners. Most of them, they are even by the shoreline. They are not supposed to be there at first. Supreme Court judgment just gave the federal government that judgment that 250 from the shoreline belongs to the federal government. So even if federal government had wanted to use veto power, we would have just gone there and demolished, because they are not supposed to be there in the first instance. Nobody is showing CFO that they gave him by the shoreline. Nobody. The state governor just said so. Everybody is saying so. So few of them that are affected, we're going to call them. We've enumerated them. For 2 days, we were on site. The enumerators, they did their work. I had to go back on site for 2 days to go and recheck again to be sure that we're not leaving anybody behind. And we've captured everybody and we're in talks with them. So we're saying that come now, we have the compensation now. The figures are with us. So we are inviting them to come, cross-check with us. Cross-check with us that this is the amount. Cross-check with us that this is the amount that is due to you. If you have any issue with that one, we can still sort it out. We're not going to demolish anybody's house without settling everything that is around it. And that's why we've called everybody to come forth today, tomorrow. The first, we have about 1.7 kilometers. The contractor is already working on 1.3 kilometers. So to get to 3 kilometers now is just 1.7 kilometers. And what we have there is a poolside, all these private beach owners that nobody actually give them that place. But all the same, federal government is still willing to engage them and compensate them.
So, what you're saying is the 24 hours is to finalize compensation plans.
Yes.
Not to give you vacation. Not for them to vacate their.
No, once we've finalized compensation, then you vacate.
Okay.
You're vacating. The money is ready, I've told you.
First, then.
Yes, they will come. This is the figure. Once you're okay with the figure, you understand, we'll call the next person. So you go back and start removing whatever is valuable. You understand, to you there, why we initiate the process of payment. We're not saying that we are paying next year or in 10 years. The money is ready.